Welcome to another Sunday, our fellow gaming addicts. How are you? And for those of you on the podcast, thank you for tuning in and being there. We appreciate that too. We've noticed quite an improvement in our podcasts in the last year, number-wise, and we appreciate that. If you guys have any kind of suggestions, hit us up at gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com, okay? Just no spam, but if you'd like to be on, do that also. We'll get you hooked up. So we thank you guys for listening, all of you. And just going to do a little bit of general chat. You can see in the background, game in progress. Ashley wants to redeem herself and her Soviets. So this is a pretty big.
It's only scenario 3.
But it's a pretty big scenario, though, for Barbarossa on Zvezda, which is Art of Tactic gameplay. So hear me out on this real quick. How we're going to do this is this could take up to 30 rounds. So instead of bombarding you guys with 30 rounds of gameplay in a row, generally we put 3 or 4 rounds together. That's what we're going to keep doing. And so on this, you guys should, one of them will pop up this week, probably tomorrow, Monday. And then once a week, we'll do that. So it's kind of an ongoing thing, and you guys can catch up. Hey, Mythos, how are you? You call us beautiful, but you know what? It's because we bought a filter. I did, to try to filter out all the ugly.
He beat Charles?
Yeah, you beat Charles. How is the Iowa family doing today? Pretty good. The heat index is 120. But we have air conditioning. So, and we've been doing some gaming today, Mythos. And Telemachus. Me and Ashley have been gaming because she's trying to redeem her Russians.
Yeah, they've both lost each time.
The last 2 times. So it'll be scenario 3 with Zvezda and Operation Barbarossa. World War II, Germans versus the Soviets, and this is a big one. So we're just going to keep doing it 3 or 4 rounds at a time. Maybe do it once a week. It might take 8 weeks or something. I don't know, but at least this way, you guys, it's only once a week. Nobody has to really try to go nuts trying to keep up with anything. And hello, Telemachus. We're glad that you stopped on by. We're actually doing pretty good, and we're already several rounds into this one, and we realized, oh, geez, it's getting late, so we better stop. You got gaming in too, right, Mythos? See, we're trying. You guys, Mythos, I have to say again, I like your logo, and I like the Wolf Brother Hobbies, and when we're able to watch your show, man, it's a really good show, and I encourage you guys to check him out. And for those of you on the podcast too, they're listening but can't see. Everybody that stops by has got a good channel, but Mythos does really well, and he covers a lot of different things you'd really enjoy. So I ask you guys to check him out at Wolf Brother Hobbies. You're gonna find him pretty much anywhere there's fun. Yeah. Hello, Charles.
You're late, Charles.
Charles, they beat you. That's pretty hard. Uh-oh, somebody else has got another show going on that they're doing at our time. Shame on them. But if you got another show to watch, that's okay.
Wag.
Hello, Walkabout. How are you, sir? Gaming. Getting some gaming in. Ashley's trying to redeem her Russians. The last 2 times playing this Zvezda, Barbarossa, the first 2 scenarios.
Straight just lost.
No, it wasn't a straight loss. It was a good fight. But this time it's... So those will be going out, Walkabout also. One will go out tomorrow, like 3 rounds at a time. So we're not overloading anybody because this one's going to be should be a long one. It can last up to 30 rounds. That depends on how the dice roll. You know how that goes.
Charles, who else is doing a live stream? Now it's got me curious.
Yeah, who else is live streaming at the same time? I'm interested too.
So I didn't see anyone.
Ooh,
else.
Walkabout says it's an interesting week. How's it been interesting, sir? Let us know. But it has been.
At least no one I'm following.
Yeah. Well, today has been a good hobby day for me. So, got some painting in with the 3-year-old granddaughter at her desk. And for a little bit, she's painting some houses for. She's trying.
Are you live?
Is Mythos live? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, it's you. You're live. Oh, cool.
I didn't see him being on. Or is he screwing with us?
Oh, no. Charles says it's somebody called Corvinius Wargaming. He's in Poland. Oh,
okay. I'm looking. I'm like, there's no
Ashley's
one
all
here.
over looking, thinking it was you, Mythos. Well, that's cool. If you got 2 tabs, just bounce back and forth then. What is this other person gaming, Charles? What's he doing? You had her going though, Mythos. She's over there at the other computer looking.
Shame, Ethos, shame. I'm alive, but not live.
Telemachus, I'm alive and not live, yeah. We could always just take the phone, walk out to a creek and turn it on and point at the water and say, shh, we're live streaming because it's a stream.
Oh, Lord. What?
I don't know why she's surprised that I come up with dumb jokes. I mean, at least they're clean jokes, like the ones about the laundry being done and stuff. That's all has to be clean. That's the way it is.
I'm too tired for your jokes.
You got hammered by customs. Why is customs charging you for something that's mailed to you? I mean, it's obvious they're going through the mail then, but I mean, why? I guess I don't understand why would customs charge you that.
Well, doesn't Walkabout in Canada?
But I don't understand why when I mail anything to I haven't mailed anything in a while to Canada because it's absolutely ridiculous. They go through everybody's mail and you literally got to wait 2 months for them, the person you sent it to get the package. Telemachus says he's got limited minutes. Well, at least you got a prize from Hexy. I think that I was watching the one where you won, but I can't remember what you won there. Walkabout. But I'm sorry. Think places, they all find a way to try to take money from.
Oh my God, Mutt's here before 5 o'clock.
Holy cow. Hello, Brian.
Is he in a drive-thru?
Speaking of drive-thrus, they opened a brand new Sonic Burger out here a couple days ago.
You took my black.
Huh? What?
You took my black.
That's mine. I bought it, but you can use it. Here. It's not yours. But yours is mine. You tell me that all the time.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Customs is a thing in every country, I guess. Just some of them are really quick about it. Fun, though, right? Yeah.
Oh, solo.
Oh, he's
RPG.
doing, Charles says, yeah. That's cool. Like one of the books that we were talking about last week. Mini Warmouth says, no, he's not in a drive-thru.
That's a miracle.
Well, we're glad you're here. Ashley's just picking on you now, Brian, because you showed up.
I gotta
early.
give him some shit because eventually he's gonna give it to me. Get in my hits before he does.
Castles and Crusades is the rule set he's using. Okay.
Brian was actually watching him.
Most of the time you don't get hit Walkabout, but this time you did. Well, there you go. Well, you guys can watch the other show too. That's why I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, we have an oddball time we do stuff, so
No, we try to keep ours right on time.
for the most part, yeah.
I
But-
think you're technically a minute late to this one.
Huh? Well, if you count the clock turning as it come on, but no, you're in the middle of finishing up your 5 parsecs from home crew. Nice. We're in the middle of Ashley defending her Soviet's honor.
Yeah, they ain't working so well.
Well, that's so far you're doing good. I mean,
Oh, I got rid of the plane, so
yeah. I mean,
because I couldn't take out your HQ because
now
it's too far
now
away.
you're kind of spoiling it, but yeah, 3 rounds into the game and I lost my plane or 2. All my bombers got taken out. There you go, Charles. Thank you. That's cool. He's watching
No,
both.
he'd make sure I died.
And Mini Warm-Up is going to create characters for us for future games. No guarantee you'll survive. Well, there's never no guarantee in the games. That would be cool. We got to do something where when people do this, like what they just did, wag butt, you got like a virtual hug.
There's
would be
probably
kinda cool.
something in there that we can do.
Yeah.
Do a different design or something.
Cool. Yeah, I got all this stuff to look at on the left of the screen that you guys can't see. This is almost too much. Cool. Mini Wormut says he purchased a couple of hardcover books. I haven't purchased a hardcover book for a while. Although, see that stack of books on the corner of the table? Can you grab that, Ash? Those are interesting. You have all Dracula, America's books. Whoa, what was that?
Maya's toy.
Oh. This is some stuff I got for free
I don't remember where we were.
from Time, but I'm going to show you this because, I mean, we all do gaming. So this says Time Capsule 1927 with history of the year. Lindenberg flies to Paris. U.S. Marines land in Nicaragua. This is old. And I got a stack of these for free. And some are pretty interesting.
Let me see what.
This one is 1925. Talks about Stalin and a few other things. So I got some books. I got these for free. So I gotta figure out reading those.
1968. When this one, well, at least this one was released.
Yep. We got this stack. Where was it?
I think it was up at Old McDonald's when they had that little
Farm.
like.
Not the store, but like this one's got 1945. It's got Patton on the cover.
Doolittle bombs.
Yeah, this one has, who this guy is, right? So, and this other famous person. So these are interesting. They're time capsule books with the.
Oh,
I got
68.
got these for free, and I think it was at a place called Old McDonald's Farm.
Yeah, when they had that little carnival thing.
And it was like a place with some animals and stuff you can take the kids to. But interesting, I thought, because the games that we play, some of those people in those covers would fit into it too. Charles says he's been reading North Africa rules also, half done. Telemachus. Dracula was a tool.
I don't know where to put that.
Well, that's cool, Mini Warm-Up. If you're going to go all narrative with your games. Thanks, Mini Warm-Up. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting articles, and because it's just before and during, right after World War One, and then just prior to and during World War Two. And it's just interesting. The articles, I thought, well, it's history. Maybe I'll get a chance to read them. Maybe I won't. And it's free. They were going to literally just toss them.
Throw them away. So
No, nope, I'll take them. So why not? But those are soft cover books. Are these your snips, or did you take mine?
Oh, I think those are yours.
All narrative all the time.
Nope, those are mine. My snips are gone.
Well,
oh no, they're not. They got moved. Those ones yours.
okay. All narrative all the time. That works too. Wow, I did put a poll up, so thank you for some of you guys that have gone by and checked out the poll. Because we were just wanting to see how. Let's see, I'm going to share the screen here.
Oh, we got more?
So give me a second here. I want to. There we go. So there's the poll. On video battle reports, what would you rather see? Because we would love your guys' input. So some people have been responding now, 5 votes. Full recorded game, 20%, 30 minutes or less, 20. So far, the winning is 15 minutes or less. Overview of gameplay.
That's kind of what we do right now anyway.
And we try to keep it that way anyways, but we're wanting to see about getting more engagement, on the videos. Because just like everybody else, we're finding out that people watch a little bit and then they can't watch it all the way through. So on our battle reports, we want to just make sure that we're able to do what you guys would like. And then, of course, this place lets you post some stuff. So it's kind of cool. A little thing about us, and that's our side page there. So if any more of you want to contribute to that, that'd be great.
You gotta get the website up.
No, I can share it. Where is the poll at? Penny Warmut said. You'll make a character of all that in the chat. That's cool. Where is the poll at? I just canceled it off, didn't I? I think it is here. Hold on. So we used to have that buy us a coffee page thing because people said do that with the coffee thing. But this one is here. You can go there. Oops, what happened? There we go. And so if you click the link there, it'll take you. Well, it didn't quite put the link up, did it?
Yeah, it did. It's up there.
Come through this link.
I believe so. Let's see.
And so there's a little bit about us, and then if you scroll down, there's the poll. And we're just trying to get it to where, like this here, it's going to be a long game. So we're just going to do, like we've been doing, 3 or 4 rounds, like a battle report, explain what happened each round. And then we're going to, of course you got a phone call.
That wasn't a phone call. That was my timer.
Oh, your timer for the bread?
Yep.
So Ashley's making homemade bread. I wondered, Minnie Warmut, what that burning smell was. Shh. I just didn't say anything. Anyways, yeah, so you guys get it. So instead of it, possibly it can take 30 rounds, like I said, but sometimes with us, we'll get it. The game's about halfway, 3/4 done before you hit the maximum turns, but I'm just going to break it up and do 3 or 4 rounds a week, one video. Then every week, there'll be something out at least, and it won't overload nobody, and it will be current enough to just keep going. So we're gonna try that. And then when the poll ends, the polls only last 30 days, I think, is what it's set for. And it's like 8 days into it. So we'll go with the majority and see what that does there. Walkabout, you're laughing at what I said. Shh, she didn't hear it. On the upside, homemade bread is really good, especially when it's hot with some butter on it. And yeah, it's just really good. So we will try to do that. But it's been good. We've had a good week hobby wise, so can't complain. Life is what it is, and the rest of it is Whoa, speaking of that, man. So you guys know we have our Gamers with Coffee group on Facebook. So Facebook, unbeknownst to me, decided that the groups now get an AI buddy to engage people in the chats. Now, it's probably my fault because I just didn't pay attention, I guess. I'm like, what the heck is this chat the other day? Really a snarky, kind of sarcastic chat. Well, I went into my settings and found out it's an admin thing. So I erased the post because it was just, I was like, wow, that's for AI. That's kind of sarcastic. And it's supposed to generate a response to something. I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't had a chance to read it. Maybe you guys do. But I thought, yeah, it kind of was just a bit much. So I don't know what it'll do in the future. I'm kind of waiting to see. You might want to check that mini war mutt because that's what it's doing on mine. I don't know if you have to have X amount of members or how it works, but it's just there in the settings. Ooh, cool walkabout. You sent me some pictures of the sculpts you've done the last week. Awesome, sir. I will most definitely take a look and see what's up. See, you guys got more talent than I do. Yeah, it was interesting walkabout. It was annoying that it was that sarcastic. I'm like, if there's sarcasm, that's supposed to be my job. But this was, yeah, it's like, damn, I have to take this off. so we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I think technology's at the point where they just need to leave it alone. You know what I mean? I don't want something writing things for me that I don't know about. I mean, if you're going to use it, whatever, like Mini Warmat had a good idea, use it to do rules with or something. But if it's going to write content for you, I would at least like to see what it is before it posts it. Instead, this thing will take it upon itself to interact with the other members, right? And it's, I don't know. Just you guys remember last year or the year before, wasn't too long ago, last 2 years, but Facebook put their fake chat up and the chatbots started talking to each other. Then they developed their own code to talk, and the programmers didn't know what they were saying, so then they had to shut it off. Well, I mean, it already got away from you at that point. Why are you messing with it now? So, we're just gonna continue with this. So, okay. Nobody watched Terminator on the programmer end, I guess. Yes, walkabout. AI is trying to be me, but man, it was kind of slamming me. I mean, it was just really. I should have, I guess, saved it to show you guys. But wow. Wolf Brother Hobby says he's pretty pleased hobby wise. He finished up a Dreadnought. Nice. And good ways to finish up with Wolf Lord, a captain model. Very good. I do got to get back into another Warhammer game at some point, Mythos. But when I asked Ashley what do you want to do next, because that 1914 game that I showed you guys, I guess some of you know every game that's out there, so I don't. But I reached out to Nagawa for a little bit of guidance on that because World War I has so much that the average person doesn't really know much about World War I other than it happened. but they really don't know like Verdun and some of these battles and how they fought all these outposts before and da 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 da. So the interesting thing with this game is now this is kind of fun. It's made in 1968, the copy I have. So it's set up so you can mail regular mail, mail what you did to your turn to your friend, who then in turn mails back to you what they did with their copy. So they did, no internet, no instant messaging, no video, but you would mail each other back and forth your turns. So people could solo play with other people across the country or their friends who had copies via just regular mail, which I thought was really kind of cool and stuff. The only drawback to the game is I've noticed that if was that fresh bread with butter? Nice. Okay. What is that?
It's not rat poison.
It's not rat poison this
No.
time. Okay. So I thought that was a cool concept, but here's my worry. You guys, a lot of you guys play a lot more chit, hex encounter stuff than I do by a very long shot. And you also have far more knowledge of it because Greg's only been dinging around with it the last couple of years, right? Last 2 years or so. So this game, the cool concept is it has a sheet, and you know what units you have, you know what units the other guy has, because it tells you what you're allowed. And it makes certain allied units and certain, German units occupy certain areas before you start, which I get. Here's the thing that was bothering me. It then says, out of all your remaining units that you have allocated to you, you can, just seasoning Tillamookis. It looks slightly green color, but it tastes like salt. Anyways, it's it lets you place your chits where you want on your sheet. So your opponent, even if they're in the same room, has no idea. It's like Battleship, where you each got your own little thing. So my worry is, okay, I have some knowledge of World War I. It's been something that's interested me actually before I met Nagawa and been looking into for a while. But I just have a sneaky feeling if I place them where I want and it's not historically accurate, I'm going to get torn to shreds as soon as someone sees the markers on the board. So I'm like, well,
that first one is going to be gone before we even get to there.
That's good. So I talked with Chris over there, and he's gonna dig a little bit deeper into some of the, because he knows all this World War I stuff. So I kind of want to place the chits where the units were in relation to the towns marked on the map, as opposed to me, like I said, place them where I want. And in the comments, people are just gonna rip me up, and I don't want to be ripped up for buying an old game. I just want to enjoy it. But I think if I place them more appropriately, when I get viewers, I'm not talking about you guys, by the way, but just others that have come through here or there. Like I've gotten some pretty terrible comments, not a lot, maybe a handful over all the years, but like enough that you got to delete it because it's not a constructive, hey man, this is what it should be. It's just a rip into you. And so I don't have the patience for that. So I haven't forgotten about the game. I'm actually just consulting on it with Nagawa. He's going to help me. I think we're going to set up a video call so he can look at the board. And then once I get an idea of where to place, the Germans and the Allies as close as I can to appropriately, then I'll do something with that. Because I think the game will be fun. I like the fact that the other side has no idea where you're going to place them, because literally the map is printed on the sheet and you're marking out where you're putting your units, which would take a lot of time. And then if you're with your opponent, you both then display it in it. That's kind of a cool concept. So bear with me on that. I have not forgotten about it. I had it out and figured it out for the most part, was getting it set up, and I just want to do it more proper as I can, I guess. So what Tillamookis say? Facebook fishes for more. Yep, they do, sir. They do. I've told you guys before, I only have it because I didn't realize I've been doing it this long, but it's been a long time. and I started the group there and the page. So that's it. If that was ever fail or I was going to quit doing this, then I would not have that particular social media whatsoever. I have no use for it. It's not because I'm some older cranky guy. It's just I've literally watched the congressional stuff on it. I've listened to what they said it was for from their own mouths, and I've watched how it's done. And it's not something I would really want to be a part of. What the heck is that?
Try it.
What is it?
Try it.
It looks like
Try
what is it?
it.
What's on it?
Sunflower butter.
Like what is that? It looks like you dipped it in paint.
Sunflower seed butter.
Sunflower seed butter.
Mm-hmm. Try it.
I like sunflower seeds, so. Tastes like sunflower seeds.
It's sunflower seed butter.
I know. It's not. That's interesting. Can you take my piece of bread back and put a fried egg and some steak with some cheese?
No.
Oh. Tried. Oh, mini warm up. Daughter walked in the man cave. Whoa, Dad, there's a freaking green cloud in here. Well, that's only two possibilities, mini warm up, because people have taken that green cloud as something completely different than maybe you were airbrushing paint or something. You know what I mean? She got there pretty fast. You call it a repellent. There you go. Family repellent. Hey, now you know to knock before you enter the man cave, right? So I'm excited about getting into that a little bit. So, like I said, it's coming. Just give me a chance on that one. This one's already in the progress, so.
Are you talking about 1942 or whatever it was?
1914?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1914, 1942, two different time frames. Charles is feed him. Yep. It was one of those. No. I don't want any more of that. That's okay. It's good, but it's not. Give my mind a chance to wrap around it. So.
It's peanut butter.
Yeah.
Ice Wolf.
Ice Wolf says it's more his department, Green Clouds. Good evening, all. Hello, Ice Wolf. How are you, sir? Mini Warma has nachos and tacos.
Screw you, Brian.
This is homemade bread, Brian. So,
5 ingredients. That's all.
Actually, really good. Yeah. Charles is like, steak. Hell yeah. Speaking of that, we'll delve just slightly to the left of the food real quick.
Slightly.
Crystal, my daughter, made. Do you guys like fettuccine Alfredo with chicken? I do. It's one of those things the cardiologist says, hey, don't eat so much of. And you're like,
because it's straight butter and cream.
Yeah. So she did kind of a like garlic bread.
Oh, it was good.
So flat out garlic bread that's already been toasted, and you put the Alfredo sauce down, and then your grilled chicken on that, a little more sauce, and then cheese and bacon. So you don't have the noodles, but man, you could sit there and
so good.
Eat that bread. And she made the Alfredo sauce from scratch. She found the recipe, so no jar stuff. I'm not knocking all the jar stuff. Some of it's okay, but you know what I mean. It's like you buy a jar in the store, or you go to an Italian restaurant and eat it. There's a big difference. So when she made it at home, it was good. Okay, there's the food thing. And that always happens, Charles. But steak would be good. What about you, Ice Wolf? You got any Olive Gardens out there where you live?
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. In the middle of nowhere, there's Dollar Generals.
That's true.
Jeez. Your best investment ever?
Was an AC. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Air conditioning really helps because it sucks to not have it. And what really sucks is when it's broken your car, but they want to charge you so much that
It's a joke.
it's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, so I could, add the same amount to it and go get a whole nother used car instead of. So we don't got air conditioning in our vehicles at the moment, but there's the old fashioned power window. It's just when we go outside, it's like today it's pretty hot. Charles asked, does roadkill count as steak?
Well, depending on what the roadkill
It
is.
depends. If it's a deer, you call the police department, they let you keep it. Then you got 150 pounds of venison for free. And yeah, you can get steaks out of that. Yes, Mini Wormut says attention. Whoa, we're waiting, Mini Wormut. And it's hard for me to pay attention because I'm broke. Not a dollar store, Ice Wolf says, but have an action. Mini Warmup wants a name for us for the game. Keep it friendly for the battle report. Why don't you just take my name over from our RPG, Mini Warmup? Just
So I found out why Keegan
Make
wants
me
to
doc.
quit doing Twilight.
what?
I finally got out of Keegan why he wants to quit doing Twilight.
Why?
Because he gets bored. He wants to be in the action
Oh,
and play.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be the storyteller
He
no more.
doesn't want to be the game master. Oh, he wants to play. My character, just name it Doc. I'm always running around saving everybody in the game anyways. So I'll be the medic. Yes, sir. Make me Doc.
I don't know if I want to go and have Brian make a character of me. Because then I'll end up dying first thing.
Ice Wolf said he filled his car with 770 grams of the for $95. That's not bad. All right, Mini Warmup wants everybody in the chat to get involved. So Ice Wolf and the rest of you guys, what do you want for your character name to be? And for those on the podcast, Mini Warmuts likes to get everybody involved. And we do RPG stuff occasionally. Yeah, Charles says, Greg, the medic, don't get shot. So when I play the medic in the game, I'm like your helpful, friendly neighborhood doc, but I'm pretty heavily armed. So, you know.
There, yours.
So I try to take care of myself. And Mini Warmutt says it's going to be for a 5 parsecs campaign or for 1-page rules. For those of you on the podcast that listen, 1-page rules is something to really check out. And these other games are fun too. 1-page rules is, if you like Warhammer, it's simplified Warhammer, basically. Ashley, you're going to keep tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah. We do got to get with Keegan and finish up our...
You don't want
Twilight.
to finish it.
You got to
Because
finish...
he's bored of being the game master.
Got to end Twilight 2000 RPG somehow. We started it. It has to be ended. There you go, Mythos. Just keep your name. So you see that Mini Warmup? Charles, you're welcome to join too. You know, Mini Warmup saying Telemachus, Walkabout, Ice
Walkabout,
Wolf.
I don't think it's back yet.
Well,
Because he said up in a little while back that he had the door, but I haven't seen him say it back yet. Yeah, BRB door. And he hasn't come back.
yeah, I'm all for that. That'll make it easy because then when we do finish Twilight 2000, we warm up. We're not bouncing different character names. You all want chicken? Oh, sure. I'll take some grilled chicken.
You
Oh,
all
are we all
chicken.
chicken? We're not chicken. They're not chicken. Give them a chance, may warm up. They'll answer.
Malachi?
There you go,
Is
Ice
that
Wolf.
how it's pronounced? Malachi?
Malachi, after the best dwarf slayer engineer of Warhammer Fantasy World. There you go. This is going to be fun. So for all you guys listening on the podcast too, we get together as groups and game. With the technology we have, we can do it. When I say we, all the people on the show have their, most of them have streaming services. So,
I'm trying to figure out who you're talking to.
oh, thank you.
I get it.
Who am I talking to? Sometimes I just talk to myself.
Well, you kept looking down like there's a phone over there. I'm like, wait, I didn't know you have your phone going too.
No, it's not. It's just flash. So I didn't know. See, we'll see how that goes when we get back in the game.
Well, if you keep rolling 5s and 6s, I'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, in this game you want 1s, 2s, 3s.
Yeah, you need all low numbers.
You want all low numbers, and no, Greg's rolling like he's.
And you know what? The last 2 games we've played, you've gotten all low numbers where I was rolling the high numbers. So bite me.
That's all right.
Go ahead,
Bite
say
you.
it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Say it. Say it. Because it'll come out anyway.
All right, so Ice Wolf's in on that. That'll work. Mini Warm Up will do updates on his channel and his community page. Fair enough. So I guess
Brian still has access to all our pictures
for what?
of the characters that we made up through the chat.
Oh, Mini Warm Up says he's gonna seriously follow through on this. It will be a blast. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I know you'll follow through on it. That you're good at that, Mini Warm Up. You're good at hosting the game. I know this is something you like. Whereas poor Keegan is finding out, being the one on the RPG and doing all the talking, running the game, he just doesn't get to play. But still, you guys, we have to finish that off so we can wrap it up. There was an awful lot of interest in Twilight 2000.
There you go.
Okay, that works. Mini Warm Up says he doesn't need any pictures. They would just be the minis.
I mean, he's got 10,000 freaking Zombicide miniatures.
Well, we got a lot. Not sure 10,000 is correct. But you'd be surprised how many miniatures you have when you start going through boxes, and each game's got X amount. Yeah. Yeah, Charles. If you're listening, because I know you're watching 2 shows, Mini Warm Up wants you to give him a name too.
Just call him Sir Charles.
There you go. You could call him Sir Charles if you want. That would be dignified. Oh my God. Charlemagne the Short. Oh, okay. Telemachus went silent, Mini Warm Up says, but I think you're just thinking about something. Telemachus has a lot of humor too with stuff he does sometimes. So he's probably just trying to think of a name that will be good for him. And already, Mini Warm Up, the year's going by so fast, it won't be too long before you do your painting challenge. Charles the Shorty.
There's
Silent lucidity. I think I've heard that before, Telemachus, but there you go. And Ice Wolf says you can 3D print 12 models in 4 hours. You lost track of how many you have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's easy to lose track.
I bet
I
you
mean,
do.
as it is, I have to print 4 prints for Greg that are doors to fight against my rat men on 1-page rules, and there's
Yeah, I mean,
6,
you got, just look
11,
at your desk.
16,
What do you got? 50 of them, 60 of them sitting on
19.
your desk.
You'll have 20 pieces in those 4 prints.
Many more months. I'll give me a name. And Telemachus says, I just did. Many Mormon says this will be fun. I promise I will not abuse any of you guys in the battle report. Okay.
Yes, he will.
Sounds fair enough. I mean,
We gotta get another Zombicide game going too.
I need another room, unfortunately.
Okay, we just cut the bathroom out. We just need a toilet in there and a small little shower, and we'll extend the other room. Who says we need a living room?
A living room? Just take the whole house over with tables and ongoing games.
No, we just build a wall from the front door and cut over, and we still have a long hallway and take out that one wall.
So a giant gaming shed.
Basically.
A giant gaming shed. That would work. That would certainly be more room than we have now, for sure. Ice Wolf says he needs to update his webpage soon. His last update was about a year ago. Well, update away, man. Was a good song. I agree with you, Wolf Brother Mythos. However, what'd you think of that little Pokemon video I sent in your chat the other day? This guy does spoofs on stuff. It was just like they gotta find one for Yu-Gi-Oh! Next.
There's probably one out there.
Yeah. It was pretty good. So I had to share it. But at least you had something fun for a moment or two there going on. I guess we could try to make up our own song, but no.
No.
The look on your face is like, no. Can't really see. Your face is hiding back there behind the fan.
Because I have my fan blowing on my face.
Oh, for God's sakes. The air conditioner's right there.
And you're blocking it all.
No, I'm not. It's behind me.
It's blowing right on you.
There. Good grief. Yeah, I just thought, when I seen that, Mythos, I thought you'd get a kick out of it. So I sent things to Ashley, but then I hear things like this. Stop sending me chicken banana videos.
That's all you sent me.
But they're funny, like little ducks and people dancing.
It was cute at first.
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
No
We need a love song for Ashley and Greg. Oh boy. It's more like a battle cry when you're going into war. Like, no.
Battle cry?
I don't know.
What the hell? Mike.
Hello, Mike. How are you? You just kind of stepped into, well, now maybe Warmut's going to ask you for a name too. Although,
Mike's probably going to go, what the hell?
yeah. I don't know, Charles. There's already lots of songs out there now. I'm not quite sure what would be a love song for us. I have no idea. Toluca says the song "In Spite of Ourselves" by John Prine. Okay, we'll look that one up. I might recognize if I hear it. I don't know. Oh, see, Mito sends his wife stuff all the time. He says it's called pebbling, a sign of friendship or affection. That means I like you. So I throw a little tidbit your way. Oh, there you go, Mini Warmut. Now Ashley's gonna play the song. Be careful if it hears it on here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, stop it for now.
All right.
I don't know, but there will be some songs. She thought it was rude, like when we went to play the game. The one time I fired up the phone and played "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," and she's
I
like,
wasn't
"Really?"
against my guys. You played tap against Keegan's.
Well, that was on Keegan's. Yeah, for the other one. See that? Charles just said it too. That's funny. Let the bodies hit the floor. I mean, that's the song you play where you're
going to war.
Yeah. Mike, you need to give Mini Warma a name for his sci-fi 5 parsecs from home miniature game campaign. So come up with a name, which I'm sure you could.
Well, Mike.
But Mike has a little bit of a devious mind too, so it might be a really interesting name.
Devious? That's an understatement.
Well, sometimes Charles playing a song before the game starts is the way to do it. Buck Nebula. There's your name, Mini Warmut. But yeah, Charles, sometimes setting a tone for the game, like I told you guys when we went to set the wing. Ashley played the Russian national anthem with her Russian officer hat and then said, okay, we can game. That's kind of how you set the tone to it. We just do weird stuff like that.
That was a big game we did too. That was up at Keegan's. No, that was here that I did that one. But I wore the first one over at Keegan's when it was me and Clint against you and Keegan. We had that massive game.
We put it on. It was an 8x4 plywood that we flipped up on sawhorses and made the table.
Yeah.
Meandering Mike knows how it's done. Mini Warmut says so. Man, Mythos, I guess me, you, and Ashley just are kind of not. Should we redo our names? I kind of like Doc, but Meandering Mike, you just got to be the leader of the crew because of your name. Saying his first mate Shiraz negligee. Okay. There you go. I don't know. I guess I should try harder to make up a more interesting name, but
like Google do it.
Nah. I like to use my own mind sometimes. Because then I can try to keep it working.
Let's see if I can come.
We try anyways. I mean, you can only do so much. I'm using Ashley's coffee cup. Right on the back is the warning. So, probably going to have to be careful that she don't notice it. But she is sitting right there. What? Well, Alpha team and Bravo team, huh? Mini Wormut says he's got 8 characters, and that'll work. All right. What are you gonna do if Keegan wants to be a character? Where is he tonight? Isn't he at a?
At a race.
He's at some. Is it a car race or a tractor truck pull?
I have no idea. I think they're at the Hawkeye.
Yeah, but Hawkeye Downs does all that.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's something for his work, so it's some kind of cure for cause thing.
One more question, Mini Wormut, and then he's going to be silent. But keep asking questions, sir. It's okay.
Here you go, babe.
What?
Here's warriors, mages, rogues, and rangers.
Well, you asked what a perfect name would be.
Yeah, for a D&D kind of game.
Yeah. And that's because you could literally make up any name. So we're just waiting for Mini Wormut's next question. Kind of, sort of. One trait of your character. And you'll adjust it later if it's too overpowered, huh? Trait of my character. There you go, Charles. His trait is he's always right. Oh, that's cool. At least in a pretend world, you can have that. That's fantastic.
Here's a funny one. Sirloin of beef.
Oh my God. This thing came up with a name, Sirloin of Beef. Jeez. A meaty Palladium with a rare sense of justice. Now that's just kind of a play on words.
Human.
Sirloin of beef. That's just funny. I mean, the computer's illiterate. Yeah, I come up with some
Cliffhanger rogue who always leaves you hanging, especially on plot twists.
It says name one of your characters, Cliffhanger. It's a rogue who always leaves you hanging, especially on plot twists. Charles's trait is intelligence. There you go. I can brew coffee under fire and patch someone up. So maybe my trait would be multitasking.
Yeah, hacker would be good for Tomokiz.
Yeah, Tomokiz hacker. That'll work.
Honestly, you'd be medic.
That's what I said. My trait would be multitask. So I should be able to do 2 different things at once.
I don't know. Either for me, long range or.
So, like, if you were walking into the room and before you got into the room, a sense of dread and the air is cold as it, so people know that you're approaching. At least that's how I feel when you come home from work.
Okay, I'll tell you when I get off work to work.
Oh, you don't have to. My body senses it. It's like, oh man, she's on her way. Buck Nebula has a handsome nose. He can smell poison or toxic substances. And by breathing this through his nose, he improves resistance to it. Oh, wow, there you go. So if you're ever in a situation where
there's gas, just send in freaking Mike.
Then Mike can go first. Telemachus wants to be a podiatrist? Or are you saying I should be a podiatrist?
Or a doctor?
What kind of doctor?
That's a foot doctor.
I know what a podiatrist is. I'm saying, oh, never mind. I would guess I would be a general practitioner. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, where you do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Just put him as a vet.
There you go. I could be a vet. Vets can take care of people too, you know.
Actually,
and
they can.
You're more likely to get a treat if you see a vet. That's what I think.
I don't know. See, I would have to do either like a long range or like scavenger or something.
Your trait might be reconnaissance or something. Charles, I don't know if hey Charles, you guys says good. My feet need help, Doc. I think that's just a cheap way of you trying to get me to massage your feet, but I can't do that, Charles. It's just something I can't do.
You gotta wait in line for that one, Charles.
Imagine if I rubbed Charles' feet, man. I'd never live that down. Of course, I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be 1-page rules, so I'm probably gonna want to do like the sniper long range kind of thing for it.
Charles, I'm just thinking you may want to find a local preacher because your feet, he's the only one that could save your soul. I can't do that.
Or reliable.
I should be an alien dentist. Oh, you don't want me to be a dentist. I do not like dentists. I always love how they say, it's just going to pinch a little. Why don't you just be truthful? Hey, this is going to hurt like you know what. So just hold on to the chair because I'm not going to lie to you and tell you you're just going to feel a little pressure. MacGyver? Yeah, thinking outside of the box. Charles says, dry skin. Lots of dead dry skin. Get yourself a jar of frankincense and myrrh mixed with coconut oil. Put that together. That'll work. And you can trust me because I'm a medic.
Actually, coconut oil is really good for your skin.
Ashley is going to be a sniper. Mythos will be a brawler. Ice Wolf is going to be a tinker. That'll work. You need somebody that can quote MacGyver stuff together. Yeah, think your way through a lot of stuff. Well, Ice Wolf, now you're a mechanic. Which would work because then you can fix all the stuff we need. Which game are we talking about? 5 parsecs from home. That's the game he's creating characters for. It should be kind of fun, Ice Wolf. With everybody working together, what kind of plot twists could you have? What kind of stories? Like, who knows? But I bet you it's going to be interesting.
With Brian doing it, yeah.
We're on a rescue mission to an olive garden on the outside edge of the galaxy. On the way, though, we have to stop and get foot cream for Charles' guy so he can continue forward. We'll do that. Pariah says Charles says that. But seriously, man, dry skin. Got to put some lotion or something on there. Hydrate it up.
Yeah, because if you don't, you'll crack and then bleed.
But you could do something funny. Just sit there in a lawn chair in the backyard, and when your family comes home, just start pouring Gatorade over your feet. And they'll go, what are you doing, Sam? I'm hydrating my skin. And they're going to look at you funny. But they probably won't bother you the rest of the evening either, Charles. They'll be like, just leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Dad and Grandpa finally lost it.
Uh-huh. That tends to work sometimes.
Unless you're like our granddaughter, who has the same personality as Greg does, she'd come down and sit next to him and do the same thing.
Yeah. Kind of funny. But you, like I say a million times, you got to have fun in life. Like, there's no point. Wash it, lotion it up, and scrape it off with a knife. Well, be careful with sharp objects. But yeah, I don't know. Podiatrist. I never thought about being a foot doctor. I should have. I've been stepped on enough in my life, and I have walked in other people's shoes. So maybe I should. Maybe I should consider that. Did you catch that, Ashley?
Yes.
Oh, just like the joke about baseball. I'm glad.
Shut up and eat your bread.
I'm trying to eat my bread in little pieces so I can still talk too. Well, looks like me. You know, many more might. You got it all together as far as who's going to do what. Ice Wolf is. He just wants a little robot bulldog, and he's in. Well, meandering Mike, that just kind of depends. I might have walked in other people's shoes, especially if they were running so fast. They came out. I'm like you see when you're driving down the street and you see two shoes, and you're like, where'd the person go? Yeah. We need to stay away from those shoe jokes, I guess, because that could get us booted. Oh, Charles, he twisted that. You wear other people's shoes, Keegan's or Ashley's? No, Charles, that's not this kind of show, and I don't dress up. It depends. Maybe if I got paid, but right now.
Do you want to do that?
Mythos says, you better be careful with the knife. The family's already worried, Charles, especially after Gatorade on your foot incident. Good one, Mythos. There's just going to have to be a Gamers of Coffee after hours one day. Yeah. Whatever after hours is.
That doesn't sound fair. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, Ice Wolf says he does need the robot dog. He says someone needs to carry his tools. You get one of those little saddles for the dogs that they have, with the tool bags for working dogs. And he could carry your tools all day long. That might be handy because he's a robot, so he's not going to get tired. And it would save you, Ice Wolf. So that would be good. All right, Charles. He's going to leave for a minute. That's okay, though, because he says he'll be back. Well, now, Mini Warmite, you've heard all this goofiness. I'm sure you can establish a story of some sort. What you looking for? You dropped something again. Spring. What'd you take apart?
I didn't. I opened my little tool here and it popped.
Oh. Well, you gotta hate it when you drop something on the floor and you can't find it. Ice Wolf says he needed to Google 5 parsecs. It looks like a fun game. There's one game, too, that while you're listing Mini Wormite, we have to finish up. So I know what happens when I get off the train. We never finished that. Or did we? I don't think we did.
No. You and
McMurray.
McMurray?
Yeah.
No, you guys never did.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where sometimes stuff takes time, then you realize you don't have as much time as you thought. So, but this will be fun for everybody to get on in game because there's a way to do it with multiple people. Oh boy. See, you never know where the show's going to go. Now we're going to be in another RPG. which is okay. But I still want to finish Twilight 2000. What is that? A coloring book?
Mhm.
Is that a Groot coloring book? Ashley, she
What?
just gets obsessed with stuff. I didn't know you had a Groot coloring book.
Yeah, we bought the Paw Patrol one.
Paw Patrol, yeah. That's one show. It's like all the other kids' shows, it sticks in your head. But don't worry, I won't bring out bananas in pajamas again. That's just funny. What? Do you have anything to add over there?
No, I'm good color.
Wow, you're helpful.
Well, we're talking about Brian setting up this game.
No, I said Brian should have enough now, so he can set the game up and get it going. So it'll be fun. It'll be all right. And
It's going to be interesting on how he puts this together.
yeah, it should be. So, what have you guys all accomplished this week?
Well, I know
Other than
Mito
walkabout.
said that he finished off his.
I know Mythos did.
He was almost done with his Lord.
And walkabout done a bunch of sculpts. So, and if you're still there, walkabout listing, then absolutely, when the show is over, I will get on Instagram and check out what you sent.
I don't even get on Instagram.
Mini
no
Warmut
more.
says it's a 2-in-1 game of tabletop RPG and miniature wargaming. Those are fun though because it incorporates different elements. And you're on the phone with your wife. That's okay. You didn't miss a whole lot. We were just talking about we think this game will be fun, and we'll can't wait for you to get the storyline figured out, and then figure out a day to do it. And then I didn't know he was on the phone, so I was asking you about finishing up the game with McMurray on the train one day. But this should be interesting, 5 parsecs. So everybody's been saying I should try it anyways.
So what? It's just basically a one-page rule RPG.
No. Best to just look it up, and you could do that. Oh man, Mini Warmut. He goes, it's funny how I begin to start something, and another species wants to wreck it by conversation about life issues. Yeah. Well, there's always going to be life issues. Just never going to get away from that. As long as you're not out in the California sun, like Charles, in the backyard, in a chair,
Pouring Gatorade over.
pouring
himself.
Gatorade over his foot, then after scraping it with a sharp object, then then you're okay. Mini Warmut, you'll be fine. It's a deeper game. He said a lot of D&D players enjoy it. Well, I mean, the thing with D&D is people are allowed to just go about any direction, and they got a lot of options, I guess. But this is also outer space type of thing, right? So,
Oh, is it an outer
Yeah.
space kind of like alien thing?
so you can kind of go in any direction. Oh, D100 tables? Okay. Charles be under the palms with a nice breeze. Oh, wow. Ice Wolf, you got a lot going on. He says, yeah, he had a little hobby break, but he needs to finish a 128 millimeter ship with riggings and masts. Now, the riggings and that stuff, that's I've seen some really cool work done on some of these older ships like that.
Are you
lots of
printing
detail.
it? Are you painting it?
And he has a Night Goblin army of 2,000 points. Wow. 10 fanatics and a Doom Diver. I guess last week I'm still I forgot during the week I've got these 3 guys to finish up.
And you got your ones.
For the artillery, but then I caught up. I guess like I said last week, I haven't gotten to that point. I still got to do that. But I spent time painting with my granddaughter this morning too. I do want to finish a couple Romans I got just to do a little gladiator type of battle. And then I found a couple things in the last week or so here that I forgot I had, and I'm sure it's happened to you guys too. So mini warm-up, you remember way back years ago, the first March to Victory that I went through. I was looking through the closet, and I was wondering, I thought I got stuff there, but Keegan actually brought me over a bag that he found in his, whatever it was, the truck. I'm like, that was my bag from the first March to Victory we went to, and it had little miniatures in there. So now I got some more painting to do, Mythos. I'm not the unicorn in the industry yet, but I was like, I forgot all about them. I've always wondered where they went. So now,
Yeah, he was blaming me like, "Oh, you rearranged it." I'm like, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really blaming you. I said you rearrange stuff and you don't tell me. So I got these here.
Oh, all your little metal figures.
What?
All your metal figures.
So mini warm-up. Fistful of lead, guys. All these little miniatures. This is Huckleberry, Sally Sure Shot, Turkey Creek Johnson, Phantom Gunslinger, Dumas Lament, and what's this guy? Manuel Machete. Yeah, he's got a machete.
It's Machete.
Yeah. Kid Dynamite. So see now Greg does have things he's got to paint. I literally forgot about this one. The sticker's off of. This guy's name is Garcia. See what I mean? And Peg Leg Deputy. So these are all metal figures that I was wondering, like, where'd they go? Because I don't generally lose stuff, but apparently they were in Keegan's car for
a year and a half,
2.5, almost 3 years. So now my original set of stuff I got back to paint. So I do have some things to paint now.
Ice Wolf doesn't trust his girlfriend with thread and needle.
So go back there. Ice Wolf said he's printed 6 ships from his printable scenery, painted them, rigging them, and my mom is making sales for you. That's cool that your mom's making sales for you. Heck yeah.
Way of doing it.
Oh, mini warm-up. Keegan couldn't sell them, huh? Very cool. Yeah,
that's probably what it was.
Because I bought a blast template from them. And then I think it was you that had, when we went up there, you had set that up for me to get the first Fistful of Lead's rules. So I'm like, I got the rules. That little bag that you had put together for me. And I blast marked, but I could have swore I had another little bag with the minis in them. And I have, for all these last couple of years, could not find them. So, yeah, I guess Keegan had them. Well, you don't trust your girlfriend with threads and needles? I don't trust Ashley with any sharp objects. Charles says he has too many rule sets to read. Minis, hex encounters, and books. Yeah, I think we all kind of have more except for Mini Warm-Up. I think he's the only one of us that has the least amount of rule sets, books, and miniatures. We really need to get him.
But he has probably more miniatures than everyone.
Let me finish being sarcastic and
goofy.
Oh, Yeah, he's got more.
That'd be
miniatures.
you're the one that I worry about with sharp objects.
Why?
You always end up with boo boos.
Get boo-boos at work because of the machinery and stuff I use.
No, it's probably who you worked with.
Yeah. And that's who I work with. Well, I've been working with the guy for like 4 years. He keeps calling me Craig. Craig. My name is not Craig, it's Greg. But I guess it's stuck now. So now when he says, "Hey Craig," I'm just like, yeah. No, I don't even fight it no more or tell him. But anyways, it's kind of cool of Mini Wormut to find those miniatures back because I know I had Western miniatures, man. I really just didn't know where they went. But it works. So now I have a few more things to paint. Mythos was getting worried that I was running out of stuff to do. So somehow the universe heard Mythos and went, "Hey, Keegan, remember this stuff?" Yeah. So now I got things to do.
I could start those prints real quick.
When do you have to pick up Brian?
I should be over at Keegan's in 20 minutes.
Oh,
30
okay,
minutes.
you're good.
I'll have to be there by 6. And it's a whole whooping minute drive. Probably just walk over.
Yeah, depends on how hot it is.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways, Ice Wolf 2, that's like I said, that's cool. And when you get them done, get some pictures. That would be neat. So see, in this hobby, you just never know what you're going to run across next.
Okay.
Right.
Mike's comment.
Buck Nebula is currently enjoying a brisket burger with fried egg and pepper jack cheese on a Pet Louise bun. I don't know what kind of bun that is because I'm not that fancy, but I like the pepper jack cheese and the brisket. That sounds good. A fried egg, why not? Because they got breakfast burgers, which is a burger with a fried egg on it. I guess though, still I like things like homemade chili verde and beans and rice and stuff like that. That probably is because that's where I grew up. You know.
Is that supposed to be like a play on words, or is that an actual
What?
star?
I don't know. I guess your bun, Mandarin Mike, is coming up as a Chinese star or something when you type it in. Just some sort of fancy hamburger bun. Sometimes I get fancy. I get potato bread hamburger buns or sourdough buns. But I'll tell you what makes a good hamburger bun, Mr. Mike, is just go get yourself those frozen, oh my God, garlic bread. It's already pre-cut, redone, or you can do it yourself. But I take those and put them on the pan because they're frozen, kind of heat them up, kind of slow grill them. It'll take a couple of minutes. And then put your burger in that, and you can squeeze that together, and oh man, that's really good. Makes really good buns. It's pronounced like Beetlejuice. Oh. It's imported from the planet. Oh, okay.
That's why.
That's why it comes up as a star. I like that though. You incorporated your food in with your character stuff. That's cool. Here I am thinking you were serious. Nope.
That's what I'm like.
Ashley's
I've
over. What
never
kind of bun is
heard
that?
of that kind of bun.
Should type it away. But we do live in Iowa. We're really not that fancy, so what can I say? Although brisket sounds good now, darn it.
Oh, you're having marinated chicken. Shut up.
Yeah. We found in our local store, every store has sales and stuff, so they have, is it peppercorn parmesan marinade. So we're letting the chicken marinate in that, and then I'm gonna grill it up, and we'll throw it in with some noodles and see if we can see it, just to see how it comes out.
I mean, what I could do is dice it all
Yeah.
and then throw that marinade up in a pan and use it as extra dressing. Because if you cook it all together, it's going to cook off all the salmonella.
You mean, yeah, you could
And then
try.
toss it in with the noodles.
See, we always end up hitting the food at some point here.
Always.
But we'll give that a shot too. Although, I do post pictures in Fook and Hungry's or Facebook group too. Let's see here. So, Mr. Minnie Wormut says, "Oh yeah, 5 parsecs. You're gonna roll for patrons and give you quests and rivals, bad guys." Okay, so
it's Skyrim.
You roll for the quest. Well, it'll be interesting whatever it comes up with. Oh, Ashley, you can't be tired yet, are you?
It's my one day off. Leave me alone.
One day off. Constellation Cola. There you go, Mike. Washing down your burger with Constellation Cola. And that's why you're the star of the show then. You're going to be the leader of the pack.
When do we become wolves?
Huh? We're all hanging out together. We're all in search of food. I mean, it could be. So all right, Minnie Wormut, so you roll to get a ship that you're traveling in. So we have to pay that off.
So you gotta do side missions.
So you're gonna put us in a game where we're supposed to have imagination and fun, but we're in debt like real life. Oh, you need a car. Nope, here's a ship. Then I want a Firefly class ship. I don't want to roll for it. If you're gonna put me in debt, that's what I want.
Well, if it's not up to you. If Brian just
What?
made Mike the leader, you don't have a say. You get whatever the hell he wants to pick.
No, because he's saying you have to roll for licenses to enter certain planets.
Again, that would be all on Mike.
So wait, I guess we're all going to be all over the place then. And then you roll to see if the planet's suffering an invasion. Good grief. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Glad you stopped by. For some reason, Jeff has issues with the restream, but when I talked to them, they said it's mostly a different issue. It wouldn't be with them. And Mike, so that Jeff from Hextex, the 1914 game I am working with Nagawa right now on that because it allows you to set it up, kind of place your chits where you want. And I know how people are with historical battles. Well, I don't want to get torn up. So I asked Nagawa if he would be kind enough to help me look into some of the areas around like Verdun and some of the others, because we know they hit outposts and stuff first, but I'm not a historian. So I want to kind of set them up at least somewhat where, I'm not going to get torn apart by it, because there's going to be people I'm just worried about it. That's not historically accurate. It's not supposed to be, but that's what's going to happen, because you got all the towns and you got all the, particular units of that time in war. And So, anyways, it's coming out. I'm just working on it with him. Because I let everybody else know. Meandering Mike says, call our crew the Star Wolves. Cool. Why not? You may as well. My question, though, what it is on these rules, do you get separated? If we're all getting our own ships, we all got to roll to see if we can go to different places. Are we going to be just different characters intermingling with each other, or we're all going the same way? Or
Well, that kind of defeat the purpose
there
of
you
the
go.
crew.
Meandering Mike saying, hey, Jeff can play. Just got to give Brian a name. So Jeff, he wants to, or Mini Warmutt's doing 5 parsecs from home. And so 8 of us are in on it at this point. I think Keegan will be in once I tell him later. He's out of town right now at some race car event or tractor truck pull or something like that. But Mini Warmutt's going to kind of run it. So should work out pretty good. And Telemachus is going to play too, so that'll make it interesting. Oh. We're going to be Buck Nebula and the Star Wolves. Pirates of the Orc Cloud. There you go.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because it sounds like Buck Rogers.
That's why.
And Jeff from Hex to Hex, see the background. We have been playing today the 3rd campaign in the Zvezda. That one's Barbarossa, right?
Yeah. We haven't even gotten Dumby out or whatever, however you pronounce that.
So we're doing that one. That's a bigger battle though, like a city battle against the Germans and stuff. So we'll be putting that out too. We've already got several rounds played today. We're just going to put out 3. Like 3 rounds at a time, because this one could take a bit. But does have lots of hexes and miniatures, so. Meandering Mike's like no relation. Yeah, playing is a good thing. And the 1914 one, like I said, I'm just gonna get a hold, or well, I've already got a hold of Nagawa there, so we're gonna work that out because he wants to look into it a little bit more. But it's kind of a cool game, man. It was set up back in the day where you could send in the mail your stuff to your whoever you were playing, and you guys have played via just the regular U.S. mail, you know. So interesting. So Mini Warmut says with 5 parsecs, you roll a D100 on the ship table. You can get a worn freighter, retired troop transport, strange alien vessel, upgraded shuttle, retired scout ship, and tons of other ships. But is there a Firefly class ship? And anybody who's watched the show will know.
But you have to roll to get it. So
I
you
understand,
cannot go and man the dice do what you want it to.
Well, I could try. But I just want to know if it's an option.
Of course, there goes Mike. I'm just gonna shut up. I was gonna make a comment. I'm just gonna shut up.
Yeah, I'm familiar with having hull points on that with the Star Wars that we've been playing. X-Wing, because got hull points on those ships too. Serenity is the movie. Firefly, yep, the episodes. You'd have to watch it, Mini Wormut. I think you'd like it if you haven't. It's right up what you like to play there. It's one of those shows you're like, what? All these people loved it, and then they just quit making it. And you're like, why? That would have just kept rolling for a long time. But yeah, it was a good show. So, can you get your ships repaired? I guess would be my next question. Then, Mini Worma, or do they just get continuously hammered till you have to replace them? And I'm sure being repaired obviously is going to cost some coin. I don't think he has, Mike. Man, Mike asked what? Mini Worma hasn't watched Firefly or seen Serenity. No. And any of you guys on the podcast that are listening, you should check it out. Mini Wormont says that number would be a former diplomatic vessel. Go figure. Cost is 20 credits, hull points 25. Oh, good. You did watch it, Mini Wormont. Yep. That was it was like just one of those shows I really enjoyed watching. You are correct, Mike. It is all about the give and take.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or how much they can pay you off if it's diplomacy.
Nope, I'm gonna shut up on that one too.
So, Wormont says, yes, you can repair your ships if you do not pay your debt off. You will lose your ship and be stranded on whatever planet you are on. Wow, they can repo it, huh? And I'm taking it there's like no universal Uber out there, so you're stuck. Huh. Wolf Brother Hobby says, I absolutely love Firefly, but then again, he loves anything with Nathan in it. Yeah. He was a cool actor. I think
Isn't he playing on was it Reno or 911 right now?
I don't think it's that. It's or
Recruit or something like that. It's a cop show.
Yeah, it was it was too bad. So we're going to be role playing and using our imagination to go into debt and to work and to pay off a loan payment on our interstellar vehicle. And oh wow, it should be like real life. Repo 2099. Hey, go for it, Painting. Hello, how are you? The Rookie.
That's what it is.
That's what Mythos is, right? We've just seen clips of it, and I was like, hey.
That's the one our granddaughter's in love with right now.
Ice Wolf says same thing, The Rookie. Yeah, he is a good actor. I really enjoyed watching him do his thing. So,
Charles.
Imagination, what's that? I don't know, but it's interesting. Yeah, it is role playing with some tabletop miniatures. We're glad you're able to swing by there. Go for it, Painting. And Wolf Brother Hobbies, he agrees with you, Ice Wolf. And yeah, he is a good actor. Now, I don't know the show. I've seen snippets of it. Like, people put up little snippets of it. But I was like, wow, he's a cop now. So, and then you got these bigger name celebrities that can't even act half as good as he can. I'm like, yeah, it's all about who you know, I guess.
Who you know? Never mind.
But Charles, on imagination, I just try to refer myself or you to SpongeBob. I said, use your imagination. So Meandering Mike is the leader of Team B. Bravo needs a leader for Team A. Mythos says, although the rookie is a really good show, he's fiending for the next season already. I guess I'll have to watch it because isn't that one Crystal watches? Yeah. There you go. Go for it, painting. Meandering Mike wants to know what city in Hungary are you in?
But Greg has it.
You volunteer Telemachus. There you go.
No, that's Plan B.
Plan B, is that like number 2? Look at that, Telemachus. You're being nominated to be a leader now. That would be fun. I'm all for that. If you don't want to do that, Charles, then the Mythos will step up and be the leader. I mean, I can't really lead. I'm the medic. Sarge in charge. If Charles would have done it, it would have been Charles in charge. Wait, there was a show like I think that was called. No?
Charles in charge? No.
Sarge is Team A. There you go. Telemachus crashed more than his share of starships, and Charles says, I want tall people on my team so I can hide behind them. There you go. You know, Charles, that's a good idea. So now we got Meandering Mike and Mythos as the leaders for the teams. That'll work. I think Charles would have to fight with Keegan. Keegan likes to hide in the games too.
Yeah.
So you'd have to fight him a little bit there, Charles. You guys would be arguing over corner. This is my corner. No, it's my corner. I don't want to go out there. However, so Mini Warmont, do you have like a time frame, an idea when you want to kind of get things going? If so, just let us know. Team A, here come the members. Well, we'll find out, you guys, who's on Team A. Hey, I wonder if they're going to separate us on teams. Can we get promotions Klingon style? Charles.
So it's me, Mythos, you, and Charles.
Well, there you go. Charles, you're on the team with me and Ashley and Mythos. Okay, write that down. And now Mini Warmont's putting up Team B. Mike, Telemachus, Walkabout, and Ice Wolf. There you go.
Nope. Just, nope.
Wait,
Back up. She's under the camera.
Hold on.
Jesse, come here. Come on.
Back her up. I feel bad. This poor dog being blind. She
There you
can't.
go.
She's trying to get around the room. She is doing a little bit better on figuring out the front room and kind of pacing things out. You can see her walk and pace things out a little bit. She gets turned around and
That's it.
she walks into stuff all the time. So I don't know. Hard to see. Hard to watch her do that. Well then, Mini Warmut, teams look good. There you go, Telemachus. He's excited, Mini Warmut. Ashley's writing down all the stuff there, too. So this will be fun. Telemachus says they're in charge of the space bathroom. Well, are you going to charge us to use the bathroom or is it free? Probably charge, huh? Because everybody's going to start off in debt for their starship. All I could say is my starship better not need a tune-up and runs.
Okay. If it doesn't, then you blame Mythos. He's the leader.
No, I can't blame Mythos for the starship not functioning. Oh no, pretty even teams, Mini Warmut says. There's a possible chance the teams may have a confrontation. Hey now, like Family Feud on a Patreon's quest, huh? Well,
Never said you guys like each other.
that's true. We're just in it for the money, right? Is that it? Well, I guess in that world it would be.
Yeah, pretty much. Did you want to end it?
No, because we're going over this right now.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go over. That's what I was wondering.
Well, go ahead.
All
I
right.
can end it here in a minute or two. You're gonna be back.
I should be as soon as she drops him off.
All right.
I might take Jesse for a walk. It's not too bad.
Oh my God, Mythos says
Jess, you want to go for a walk?
they said it's
Come on.
free for us to use the bathroom, Ashley, as long as we don't ask questions about the cameras in there.
Nope.
But I can see that. Yeah. Oh God, Mike. The buck stops here. There you go. Wait, do we have paper currency, or do we use digital currency like crypto stuff? What are we using? And how much interest is on the loan on these starships? Hey Charles, she's gotta head over and Keegan's son is getting dropped off by his ex, so Ashley has to be there to for someone to drop the kid off to. Telemachus, always an answer. It is in space. Yeah, September is the paint challenge up. October sounds good. Paper currency on a roll. Well, you never know how much you'll get for a roll of toilet paper in a place that doesn't have any. Mike says set your blaster to low setting to clean the bathroom. Wait a minute. Every game complete there is 1 credit added to your ship's debt. Seriously? Okay. How many? Well, I guess I don't know. What's the conversion rate on the money? Is a credit like $1 or is a credit like $1,000 or? Charles. So if you, I mean, like if your average starship, I don't know, what's the cost of it in credits? Is it 100,000 credits, 50 credits? I don't know what the ratio is for it. A zero G bathroom, Telemachus? That's hysterical. I mean, people would use that once just to say they did, but I don't know how much fun that would be. It's called interest. Yep, money equals credit. Well, as long as we can pay for it and it's not repoed and we're stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere, then I'm okay. Zero G bathrooms. That's going to make people think, Telemachus. So in this, then, Mini Warma, can other factions attack your ship and upgrading the ship or whatnot? We'll have to do a little like get together online here, like you can host it or whatever, or I don't care, but like get together to talk about it and broadcast that too. And if you die, you die. You're done. Kaput. Game is over. Okay. So if your character's dead, that's it. There's no bringing that character back. That will make it interesting. That'll be interesting. I mean, at least that way, you're going to pay more attention, I think, to what you're doing. And otherwise, people tend to just do whatever and figure they can come right back. Well, let's do that. Mini Warmut. You're going to make a video of the crew creation? Okay. Yeah, that would be fun. But if you still, like I said, I don't know. I'll talk to you on Messenger or something if you want. It'll be a little easier without the delay. So you'll post it on YouTube. All right. Well, either way, that way it'll be out there and people will know what's what. Oh my God, Telemachus says the last space game he played, his group was evading pursuit by skimming a sun. The navigator, which was not him, fumbled. He says, we succeeded. There's no pursuit because you went into the center of the sun, huh? Yeah, nobody will follow you into that. Oh, cool. Ice Wolf says he had some pictures on his phone. In the meantime, he's updated some photos on his webpage. You got to post your webpage link and some photos or whatever in our group if you want there, Ice Wolf. You have the Space Wolves Team B. What's Team A's name? Well, you still there, Mythos? You are a Space Wolves connoisseur, man. So I think he would have he could come up with a good name for it. Savage Fire. TB as the Star Wolves. Well, we'll get the name right at some point. We'll figure it out. Space werewolves. The custodial wolves. We're here to mop up your crew's mess. I don't know. Yeah, think about it, Mythos. Mini warm up. We'll go with Mythos' idea. So Team B is the Star Wolves. So I just said Mythos can think of our name because he's a Space Wolves expert. Ice Wolves all Team B for the win. Yeah, like if there's any competition between Team A and Team B, is there any extra credits at the end? Like victory points, you know what I mean? That would add some incentive too. Would you get? He already get dropped off.
It wasn't his mom; it was his grandpa.
Oh, that was quick then.
Yeah, I literally just got over there, and Jesse was peeing when they showed up. So
That's funny, Mike. Lupus Lanarius. The Ice Pirates, huh? Mini Warbutt says, I don't know.
you're okay. Come here.
Maybe because we like coffee, we should be the Cool Brew team.
There you go, baby.
Yep, you think about it, Mythos. I don't know where my mind will go with it. My poor dog, she's getting old. Either way, it's going to be fun.
I got you.
Team A versus Team B. So
You're good.
should be good. Ugh. Well, Ice Wolf is going to MacGyver the warp drive engines, huh?
Hey, baby. I got your girl.
Ashley, you can name the team. Mini Warmutt says, hold on. 3, 2, 1, now.
Why am I the one picking it?
I don't know.
Charles already said something. Puppy breathing.
Heavy, okay.
Well, she just went for a walk.
She just went for a walk, and it's pretty hot outside. Ashley walked her down to Keegan and Crystal's house because Keegan's son was being dropped off, and someone had to be there while they're
Gone.
So she is doing a little better though, Charles. It's he's going to be an uphill battle till the end, I think. It's on her. So Mini Warmutt says that again.
Now it's Mythos.
Mythos is busy thinking. Charles is like, nope, no responsibility.
I'm not the leader.
Well,
Then you come up with something, babe.
huh? That'd be something crazy like Bandito Squirrels or something. Squirrel Pirates. I don't know. I mean, I really don't have a good name in my mind.
Coffee addicts.
The addicts. There you go, Charles. It's your turn. 3, 2, 1.
Space coffee.
Meandering Mike says Charles would be the salty crew member that just grumbles and complains. Oh, Charles says Dan and Artie shows in a half hour selling games again. Have they been selling games? I guess I haven't seen the show.
Space squirrels there.
Space squirrels?
Well, if it's supposed to be taking place in space, I mean, there's star wolves.
Yeah.
Caffeinated squirrels.
That would be.
Space puppies with rabies.
See, Charles, you thought of something.
Ice holes.
Now, shame on you, Mini Wormut. He's selling off 90% of his collection. Oh, okay. Wow. I feel bad for anybody that's got to sell off that much of their collection, because all of us really enjoy our collections. And coffee beanies. Wow. Okay, so how about, oh my God, I asked it what it would be. How about the Crimson Cutthroats?
Go back to that. Did that say Black Hole Bandits?
Yeah, we're not gonna do. We're not naming
Lord.
our group the Black Hole Bandits.
Mita said the Twilight Squirrelettes.
Or
Squirreltails.
I'm gonna share this screen. Here, hold on a second, because Ashley said ISO says he updated his website.
Okay.
I'll
get a look. I'll go look at it.
How about, look at this screen here, Mythos. This is what AI comes up with. The Quantum Quacks, the Astro Anarchinists, Galactic Goons, Space Scallywags, Hyperdrive Hooligans, the Blasted Buccaneers, the Renegade Reapers, the Stellar Scoundrels, the Comet Crosshairs, the Nebula Nomads. Well, that's not bad. Nebula Nomads, Void Vipers, Astro Outlaws, Black Hole Bandits. We're going to be laughed about if we use that. And the Galaxy Gang. How about the Ironclad Raiders? I don't know. Lunatic Legion. So there's some names.
Mythos thought of one.
What?
The Twilight Squirrels.
Oh, I was looking at oh yeah. And then there's Mini Mormont says you guys are flying through the galaxy and call your crew the Twilight Squirrels. That's scary.
Hey,
well, it would make squirrels have teeth and claws, and they're pretty wiry.
Especially when they're on coffee.
Charles says we aim to be bad. Hopefully our crew shoots better than stormtroopers.
So is that what we're going to be called, the Twilight Squirrels?
Yeah, it don't matter to me. Could you imagine kicking the door open in an old school saloon at the bar? Watch out, we're the Twilight Squirrels. They'd be like, oh man, these people are nuts. Get it? Mini Warmont, didn't you hear any of the names? I did what you said to do it last time and asked AI, and that's what it came up with. See on the screen? They all sound a little goofy. I don't know. The Nebula Nomads.
I mean, if you
don't
really
know.
want to go and get bad, I would just do Black Hole Bandits.
No, because we're just going to get made fun of. It's just going to get
Oh, and like Twilight Squirrels, isn't it?
No, I don't think so, because people don't know what to make of it. It'd be like them walking in the
That's
backyard
true.
and seeing Charles scraping his foot with a sharp object with pouring Gatorade on it. They're not going to know what to do. Yeah, wolves are taken. True Mythos. Mandarin Mike says it sounds good. The dire wolves? Oh, okay. That is true, Ice Wolf. They could be mechanical at that point, because he says it's sci-fi. So who knows what a squirrel's going to look like in the year 4213.
That's very possible.
We don't.
I mean, it could go off of like Ice Age, and that squirrel has big ass teeth.
That's funny though.
The Unseen. I'm getting that Mutt wants us to change the name.
How about we just call ourselves the Reavers? Because that was pretty scary on Firefly. Right? The Reavers, everybody was afraid of them. I'll throw that out there if you guys don't want to be the squirrels, but I don't know. I came up with some goofy things too, so. The Unseen.
Unseen and Smelly.
The Unseen and Smelly. Reavers, the coffee creamers. Jeff, this is worse than a bunch of high school girls picking a prom dress. Yeah, you're right. That's because we're supposed to come up with some kind of sci-fi sounding name.
Why don't we just go with the Reavers?
To be bad badgers. B. I don't know, but I think Jeff has a point. It is the Whisperers, the Wanderers, because we're wandering around, you know. The Twilight Rabbit Squirrels. Ugh. Once you go too far with something, though, then your mind doesn't really go back. That's hard to stay on target type of thing. So Mini Mormont's giving us a choice. What do you think, team? The Reavers or the Reapers? That would work too. Well, Jeff, if they gotta ask, because hey, you know, dogs of war.
What are we, Marines now?
The Rancid Hell Puppies, Charles. Mike says Hellhounds sound good. Okay, I guess we're the Hellhounds, Mini Wormut says. See, Jeff, it can be accomplished. It just takes us a while. That's all. I mean, the Hellhounds. Space Junkers. Yep. Now we just have to try to be
Hellish.
tough. Ashley's smiling. All right. What do you think, Mythos?
Mythos is the one that brought it up.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm asking him, what do you think? I mean, we'll go with that. I'm okay. Well, I'm not, maybe not okay, but the voices tell me I'm okay. So as long as they keep encouraging me, people, I'm good.
Space Junker.
Space Junkers.
8888.
Minnie Wormut says, change your name during the campaign because, heck, you may get your butts waxed and want to rename your team. Well, if we get them waxed, then I don't want to rename our team to the Bear Butts. That would just be terrible.
Now then you go with the Black Hole Crew.
Yeah. All right.
He eats everything.
Mythos says, we're good to go. We'll do with that then, you guys. Oh my God, Mandarin Mike, I can't really say that for the podcast part, but
Brazilian.
Ow. So then we all walk into the local outpost hobbling. That's just not going to be good. No, Minnie Wormut now making us sound like some sort of cartel. The Brazilians. Yeah.
No, let's go with the Hellhounds.
Hellhounds sounds better than, yeah. Imagine this was a phone call and an operator was listening. They'd be like,
what the hell is going on?
What's going on with these people? Which I'm sure is the case many times, but Hellhounds it is, I guess. Charles says not to put us on point. Yeah, Minnie Wormut, that's what I meant. You'd be walking in there it would just be funny. So when the names come up, I just kind of picture myself going into this galactic saloon, kicking the door open, and how do we look? And if we're walking in there limping and whimpering, yeah. Charles says waxed. He doesn't got no leg hair. They were talking about our butts.
I say you need to go up a little bit more, honey.
Yeah, no. That's going to delve into a whole different realm.
Brazilians are everything.
You know what's interesting? Bro, I'm going to bring that up. We have to be careful what we say, but they actually have videos of that waxing procedure as educational on, and you're like, but I have to be careful when I talk about Warhammer. If we're enemies, then they are clearly called the Shellhounds, Telemachus. Well, no, we didn't say we were enemies. Minnie Wormut wants to create contention in division and get us to kind of go at each other, which I'm sure there's a scenario. Well,
pop up.
We were.
Telemachus' last comment didn't pop up.
Popped up just fine here.
Yeah, didn't pop up on my chat. But Mike's did.
Yeah. Minnie Wormut says, all right, he needs to get to editing. Thanks for participating, everybody. Remember the dice rolls, create your destinies. I know. All
right, Mythos, if you roll badly, it's on you. You got all our destinies in your hand.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, you're under Mythos, so he's kind of got control.
But Mythos, though, is out there in the middle of the cold void where there's only war. I got the only fresh coffee. So he'll be okay. All right, you guys, we'll go ahead and let you go. Thank you all for coming by, and this should be fun, to be honest with you.
We'll see how it goes.
At least, if nothing else, it'll give Jeff a good laugh when we start playing. So I'm glad you were able to come by, Jeff, and not have an issue. And I honestly don't know what it is. I don't think it's anything on this platform. It's just,
I say his
I
stuff's
don't
been
know.
popping up this time,
Yeah.
so might just been a bad
But-
connection somewhere.
Like I said, at the end of every week and the beginning of every week, I really appreciate this show and you guys being on it.
Oh God!
No, not Galaxy Quest. Oh, great. Great, Mini Wormut. Well, we'll try.
Great.
But yeah, you guys take care, and we will see you all next time. All right, Meandering Mike, where do we find that? And everybody's saying goodnight, but I don't remember how to get to Dan and Artie's show. Somebody text me on Messenger. Every Sunday? I don't know when we'll be doing it, Jeff. We'll figure it out. We appreciate you too, Mythos. And we appreciate everybody. But once we find out, Jeff will Mini Wormut will let everybody know what sometime in October roughly it'll start up. In the meantime, if somebody wants to message me a link, I'll go check out that person's show. All right, you guys. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.